Show.
All right, so this is Ben from is it the Battery Farm or is it just Battery Farm?
It's the Battery Farm.
The Battery Farm.
Don't make a mega difference really, but it's the yeah.
Yeah. Well, when I was in a band before, we used to be called Basement, and everyone called us the Basement, and I fucking hated it. So
yeah, to be fair, I didn't want to say, but like, I'm so glad you fucking asked me. The amount of times we get put on a bill and it's Battery Farm, it's like, no, that's not. No,
right.
That's not right.
All right, cool. See,
the logo.
That's why I did that. I wanted to.
Thank you.
I wanted to be good shit. We're all good with that.
Cheers, man. Thank you.
All right, so this is Ben from the Battery Farm, and here's our interview. So this is Matt, by the way.
Yep, I'm Matt. How you doing?
Hi, Matt. Nice to meet you.
This is my little co-host. He's not little, but he's a bigger dude. And my name is Chris. So yeah, man. So the one question I did have, I was actually Googling what a battery farm is, and I did find the answer, but what is it to you? Or what is it to you guys?
So I suppose the reason we were called the battery farm, obviously a battery farm itself it's a violent thing. Obviously, if you've seen Google, and it's a violent, destructive thing. I think the band was formed in the midst of, so me and Dom formed the band, having been in a band previously together for 8 years, and I suppose we formed it as a reaction to the world getting worse and life closing in on us at that point, and sort of the kind of ever increasing feeling of suffocation at the idea of living in a dystopia and living in a sort of end times hellscape.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a reaction to that. We wanted something as stark and as visceral and as sort of brutal as possible, because the songs we were writing, and I guess continue to write, kind of operate in that vein, certainly lyrically.
Yeah.
So it was kind of the best reflection of that. The feeling that of life becoming a battery farm, of the planet becoming a battery farm, of sort of all of us hurtling into something we can't really come back from through no choice of our own. And I think that was why we chose it.
Yeah, no, I really like it, and you can definitely hear that in the songs too.
Thank you.
I was actually listening to you guys all week, and this is a good thing. I felt like I wanted to take my car and just fucking bash it into another car and tell him to go fuck himself.
You know what? Yeah, why not? I think I'm gonna take that as a compliment.
It's a huge accomplishment, man.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
It's fucking awesome.
I get that. We put a lot. The thing with this stuff is it's super personal. You know what I mean? It's like we've written, certainly as a lyricist, I write songs from a very personal perspective and try to be as open and kind of honest with stuff as I can.
Yeah.
And you sort of pour a lot of really real toxicity from yourself into these songs, and you try and like right. I'm sort of digressing a little bit, but
no, you're fine.
We touch on politics somewhat, but I feel like everything we don't just sort of touch on politics in a sloganeering way. We try and it's not trying, but we end up writing everything through the prism of personal perspective, and I think.
Right.
I think we try and approach everything we do from a really human level. So to hear that it's engendered that reaction is a really nice thing, and it's a really satisfying thing. So thank you, Chris.
Yeah, no problem. And we also have
why I do these things. A nice boost to the ego.
We have Dominic that joined too. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, sorry for being late. My Zoom was updated.
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So so Ben, you are the singer and you write the songs. Is that correct?
I'm the singer and I write the lyrics. I sometimes write the whole song, but me and Dom collaborate frequently on. Dom does a lot of the music, but Dom does most of the music basically.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Cool.
So so Dom, so you play the guitar in the band?
I do, yeah. Just about loosely termed play. Yeah, just try and make it sound fun, and then we'll go from there. But,
no, Yeah, it's definitely like I was telling Ben, like the music is very, and this is a good thing, like it's very like just thrash and like just like let's get fucking going, you know, and I
Yeah,
love it. I love it, dude. I was like I was telling Ben, I was listening to it this week, and man, yeah, everything that I have inside of me, any anger, any depression, like I was jamming out the fucking like
that's good to hear.
now I
That's
got
why
That's
it
a
was
beautiful thing to
it
hear.
was
Yeah.
fucking it was awesome.
that's
Cheers, man.
the absolute intention of it, though, to evoke things like that.
Yeah.
Comes from an honest place, I think, as well. So I would hope that if you were into that sort of thing, it would evoke that. So that's good.
No, yeah, it's no,
No,
I'm
yeah.
definitely into
Definitely
it.
makes you like bring up emotions and stuff that you may not talk about and stuff, but you feel it when you're
Yeah,
listening to the music. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that B may have said that already, but that's the cathartic thing about it. Just being able to put that into something and put it right back out
Yeah.
into the world. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it. I was saying before, Dom, that we sort of write everything through the prism of personal perspective, and it's kind of like everything in there. I don't think anything like what I've been really proud of is that nothing's fictional. You know what I mean? Nothing's like. I'm not, I'm not saying it's a lie to sort of write in character or whatever, but nothing's a lie, and nothing. Everything is from us and from our
yeah,
experiences and from our sort of lived lives and lived perspectives.
yeah.
And
Nothing contrived about what the music that we're making at all. I don't think.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. Sometimes you just got to fly by the seat of your pants. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly. I just go for it. I think that's why how we started it. Basically, we started it in a position where we weren't in a good place, and what came out of that was the music that came out of it, and that was a real scenario and a real thing that happened. So yeah,
So how did you guys, so you guys started, it was 2019?
Yeah,
yeah,
that's right.
yeah.
So how did this become? So did you guys like all just decide that you wanted to start a band, or was this like a thing that you were doing it and you just wanted to take it seriously?
So me and Dom were in a band together called the Madding Crowd for 8 years before this. So we're brothers, and like we've kind of written together and had the same interests our entire lives.
Yeah.
And it kind of culminated in that first band. So that split up, and it was quite a messy kind of split, to be honest. It was wretched. But out of that, we sort of knew we wanted to do. Me and Dom sort of knew we wanted to do something together along the line, but we didn't know that we were going to anytime soon because it had all just been so
Yeah.
horrible, and we'd sort of kind of destroyed ourselves over it. But we started writing songs again, and what we started writing eventually became the first couple of singles, and a couple of the songs that you hear on Fly is the debut album, things like Poet Boy and I Am a Man and stuff like that. And like it kind of snowballed from there. Really, we didn't think we were going to start a new band as soon as we did, and then we did. And
Yeah.
then we found Paul, our bassist. So I'd known Paul for a few years. I used to do sort of plays. I used to do theatre on the Manchester theatre scene, Fringe theatre scene, and I'd been in a couple of plays with him. So he's a tremendous musician, and like I just asked him if he wanted to play bass, which he'd never done before, but he picked it up like a dream.
Yeah.
So yeah, he came in, and then Sam I worked with in my day job. Found out he could play drums. Asked him if he wanted to do it. He thought we were all weird. So it took a couple of times of asking for him to come in and do it, but then he did it, and like it's just kind of gone from there. We've never had a plan beyond the next thing, and we're just sort of seeing where it goes. It seems it's gone from strength to strength. Luckily, like it's certainly the most successful thing I've ever been involved in. So like, yeah, that's how it came together. Really, we just pieced it together basically.
There's
Right.
nothing wrong with that as long as you guys mesh well.
No, yeah,
Yeah. Well, that's been the nice thing. It's been the nicest coincidences that we all kind of get on.
yeah. Luckily,
And you guys had a lot of press, just looking at your guys' EPK, #1 track of the year in 2023 AIM Records radio show, #2 writers track of the year 2020 for excellent public speaker. So tell me more about that. That's so how did you have to submit your stuff for this, or how did that happen?
For the press stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just getting it out there. That's the thing. It's the same. Like I emailed you, Chris, about the new single.
Yeah.
And it's the same kind of thing I've done throughout, like just the intent to kind of speak to people and push it to people. Like we're not, I'm not in this to sort of. I'm 31 now with 2 children, and I've got got a day job and stuff like that. I'm not the way the music industry is. We don't think we're going to be sort of mega stars anytime soon.
Yeah.
But we kind of resolved to, like, if we were going to do it, we were going to do it properly because we'd never done it properly before, and getting that stuff out to people just allowed them to hear us. It's a lot of kind of searching through social media and searching through kind of Google and whatever. But luckily, the people who have heard us have then passed us on and taken to us nicely, and it's then led to them sort of sharing it about. And like that Louder Than War thing, the #2 writers track of the year, that was literally all the writers from Louder Than War, which is, I think, like, I know a couple of people from it and we're friends now, but at the time it was a site that I'd really wanted to get on for years and years, and I've never been able to. I'd never taken any notice of previous stuff that we've done, and then to have like the actual writers from that come together and literally vote us sort of that high in their old pecking order there was a real nice surprise, and it was a beautiful thing. But yeah, it's just been a case of doing it properly at this point and putting the work in, like, just seeing what happens, basically.
Yeah. And you guys are doing it right. I mean, just from that email sending to us and trying to get your name out there, a lot of if you hit the microphone again, I'm gonna smash you. Sorry.
I can't hear that.
You see how I get treated around here? I bumped my beer against the microphone stand.
This fucking guy here. So what I was saying is that, a lot of, even younger bands, older bands, it doesn't matter. You got to be, and especially you have 2 kids, and you're still going at it, and you guys are just, doing a great job. And, that's what a lot of bands nowadays, because we see a lot of cover bands.
Yeah. Especially in the US.
Especially in the United States. Like, it's just, I mean, you get fucking Bon Jovi and all the
Journey,
the fucking Journey, and you guys might like them, but I'm just so fucking sick of it.
I could do Bon Jovi and Journey in the right context. I think I don't think I could do a full night of fucking hair metal. You know what I mean? But it's the same with we get. It's always Oasis and early Arctic Monkeys and maybe some like Stereophonics thrown in there for good measure.
Right. Okay. So yeah, it's kind of the same thing then. Yeah.
You got your stock cover band.
Yeah.
Cover band numbers.
Yeah. And so it's a good thing. I mean, and that's what our show is all about, to showcase all these bands that like that is just played on the radio constantly, and like, you're like, and everyone always said to me, before I started this, everyone always said, like, there's no other good new music, and there fucking is, and this is what the show is about, to fucking say, no, here is the good music. Now there just needs to be a platform for that, and that's what we're trying to accomplish here.
Well, yeah, and I think like guys like you and sort of anyone else who's kind of put us on, it's an important thing, because what I've noticed certainly in recent weeks, is in the UK anyway, we're losing more and more, and we're projected to lose like 10% of the country's independent venues this year.
Oh, geez.
I've seen 4 or 5 sort of independent radio shows like yourselves just call it quits, and whole independent radio stations, like the station called Indie Rocks Radio, which A1M Records did their show on, that's shut down completely. Yesterday was the final.
Oh my God.
Day. And it's an endangered thing. That's it's kind of to use a silly metaphor, it's an endangered ecosystem, and it's really imperiled because the cost of everything is rising. And that's not indeliberate, but that's a kind of a discussion for another time. But the cost of everything is rising. The music industry is getting more and more splintered and kind of more and more curated by the individual. So it's harder to kind of get through to people, and it's just it's like we've sort of touched on. You're running a normal life alongside that as well. You're trying to tour, but you're also trying to keep a job going, and you're trying to keep a house going and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just like
It's a
really
lot.
exhausting for people.
Well,
It's a lot. Yeah, it's not. It is a lot. So my point, I guess, my point was like people like yourselves doing stuff like this. It's a fucking invaluable platform for people like us, and because it allows us to, at the very least, get our ideas out there, which is, that's important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather have fucking you guys here than if Taylor Swift said, "Hey, you want to do an interview?" I would tell her to go fuck herself.
I don't know. You'd probably say, "Yeah, let's come over and do it."
Well,
I mean, invite her over.
I would.
I mean, I wouldn't begrudge you, to be fair.
We'll see what happens.
She's got enough platforms, I'm sure.
Right, she does. I mean, I would just like to stare at her.
I don't think you'd actually turn her down. I don't think you'd interview her. I think
to come to my house?
I think you would just stare at her the whole time.
She could come to my house anytime, but we're not doing an interview. So let's talk about your single, House of Pain. So this comes out October 13th, which is actually when we're going to release this, this interview, because, you guys have it coming out that day. So that's when we're going to release it. So let's talk a little bit more about that. I see what it's, about. So can you kind of just talk about what this is about, House of Pain here?
Yeah. So the song is about, I think it's the kind of the first lyric sums it up really. You do what you have to survive being poor. We're not rich people. We're not destitute or anything like that. But at the same time, I have to borrow money from relatives every month to sort of get through the month. And your financial situation. You work at a 5-day week job on an half decent wage, and it's still not enough to get you through the month. And you just have to do what you have to. And I've kind of gotten to the point now where I'm, to an extent, past shame in having to ask for help. I'm past shame in sort of having to do what I have to on certain things. Like if I have to take money from here to sort of get through this week and then put it back later on. It's about just surviving day on day, and that sounds like a cliche, but it's about surviving day on day and not being ashamed of it, and not sort of being afraid to kind of put that out there, and being afraid to sort of like ask for that help. And
surviving, I'd say like surviving like an indignity that you never asked for.
Yeah, that's a better way of putting it. Actually, it's because there's another element to it where it's you lashing out at surviving, and like Dom says, an indignity you never asked for. Life's hard. It's beautiful, but it's hard. And I think
touch on that, isn't it?
That difficulty can get on top of you.
Yeah, and to touch on that isn't a whiny, woe is me sort of thing.
Right.
It's something that you should be able to address alongside, like Ben said, good things as well. You should be entitled to address things that aren't well in your life.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be taboo to ask for help. It shouldn't be taboo to sort of scrape by. It shouldn't be taboo to acknowledge that we're in a crisis that isn't of our own making, and has been engineered kind of deliberately in some aspect. It's okay to be angry about that, and it's okay to feel a sense of injustice about that, and it's not okay to sort of look down your nose at people for that. Like even to a sort of to a further extent, if someone fucking shoplifts a loaf of bread, it's not okay to grass them up for that. It's not okay to tell on someone shoplifting baby powder or baby formula or whatever. People have to do these things, and there's an increasing sense of desperation, certainly in the UK across society, because we live in a basket case of a country. And you see reports of that desperation more and more. There's things like, it's not widespread, but there's things like security tags on cheese, for example, and it's because people are just doing what they have to, and you know what, that's okay.
You guys have security tags on cheese?
Yeah.
You guys have security tags on cheese?
Yeah, sometimes. I've seen it.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I know. It's chaos. It's chaos. Well, I sound like I'm being. It's fucked up. I sound like I'm being mega serious about everything, but there's such an entrenched class divide in the UK that people for years swore had gone away, but the government we had and have had for the last 13 years, or the party in power, the Conservatives have waged an ongoing class war and turned then to a culture war to distract people from the class war that they've waged over years and years.
Yeah.
And what you see now is some people in the 5th largest economy in the world who are in outright poverty, and circumstances where the cost of things has risen so high because they've not gotten a handle on it, and because they've deliberately allowed these things to happen by looking after vested interests within their party's donors. Because they've allowed those things to happen, it's then allowed costs to rise massively. Things like Brexit have contributed to the price of cheese being huge, and things like that. So when I say the security tags on things like cheese, I'm talking about the stuff that you would put on like a bottle of whiskey or whatever. It's that because people, it's almost like a luxury item. And again, that's not widespread. It's sensationalist to say that that's sort of a widespread thing and it's in every supermarket, but you do see it, and it is a feature of life that's becoming increasingly common. And it's an increasingly desperate situation, and one that doesn't look like it's going to be arrested anytime soon.
Yeah, that's insane. And I
Yeah.
you know what? I 100% agree with you. I mean, it's literally insane, and it's probably it's the same thing as it is in the United States in different ways, but it's the same fucking.
I mean, we're experiencing similar things here too, but I never heard of security tags on cheese. That's why that confused me.
Like I said again, it's that thing of no one asked to work 2 jobs and still not be able to afford a bit of cheese and have to resort to stealing it. You know what I mean? No one asked for that. That wasn't.
I'm on a real cheese kick at the moment, so that pisses me off.
Fuck that.
Why can't we just enjoy cheese? For God's sake.
What's a much more cheddar in my life, please?
I think cheese should be free, if you ask me. I mean,
absolutely.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's
fucking,
the right call.
It's fucking cheese.
Absolutely. I'm with you.
So there's going to be a 7-inch vinyl that's going to be released as well, right?
Yes.
For this. And the B-side is A Time of Peace. And we listened to that song too. That's another fucking awesome song. And again, like, you know, I don't want to fucking blow your balls here, but you guys do an awesome job, you know, on your music and getting your message out musically and lyrically.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
The vinyls now, people can get that. Where can they get the vinyl at?
So that will be out. So the vinyls, there's a CD run as well. The vinyls coming a little later, or the physical stuff's coming a little later.
Okay.
There's some kind of admin issue with the label. I don't know. So it's out on streams on the 13th, which is when this is coming out, and then the physical stuff's out on the 20th of October.
Okay.
You'll be able to get that on our label's Bandcamp. So that's rarevitaminrecords.bandcamp.com. rarevitaminrecords.bandcamp.com.
Okay. Now, do you guys have a whole album coming out, or are you just releasing singles?
We're going into the studio to start album 2 in, when is it, Dom? January?
End of January.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And then we hope to have a new album out next year, to be honest. That's so we've got stuff in mind. We're going to go for it. See what the crack is.
Yeah.
We're writing, aren't we? We're writing those.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so you guys are still writing the songs for the.
Oh, yeah. They never.
Yeah,
as long as I reckon, as long as we're in a position where we're in a band or we're in a position to be fit, it'll just keep going.
Just keep writing,
until it gets to a point where it's just rubbish.
That's it.
I keep going.
That's the balance you got to strike in it. Like, you don't want to be putting out any old shit, but at the same time, we're doing all right with songs so far.
Yeah.
So
as long as we still have faith in what we're writing, then we'll just keep doing it, I guess.
Yeah. No, I like it. Dom, do you have a cat that's behind you?
I do. I've put the artwork as my screensaver. I thought it'd be a thematic wanker and a.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get off topic here, but I kept on looking at that fucking cat's eye, and I was like, what the fuck?
That's the artwork. That's the artwork for House of Pain.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my cat. He died last year. That's my cat. I thought I thought I'd honor him by putting him on the single cover. So there he is.
I actually just had a cat that passed away 2 weeks ago.
Oh, really? I'm sorry. Sorry.
Yeah,
Very good.
it's
It's horrible.
they're like family, man.
Yeah, they are. Well, we had 5, now we've got 4.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's sad.
You have
Well, we
4
thought we-
cats?
4, yeah, I've still got 4 left.
Okay.
We thought we'd immortalize him, didn't we? Then?
Yeah, I thought we'd
That is-
immortalize him. Put him up there.
That's
on the
awesome.
single cover. So, yeah.
So
And the other-
go ahead.
I was just gonna say he's on the t-shirt, the new t-shirts as well as a baby.
Oh, yeah, we put him. Yeah,
Okay. Oh, so those are the cat's gonna be on the
yeah,
On the t-shirts, yeah.
We got a kitten.
That's awesome.
First night I got him, actually, a picture of him as a kitten on the t-shirts.
That is awesome.
Cool.
He was massive. That's the thing. So it's a nice like contrast.
So as far as your shows, now I know, do you have any plans? And I know this is quite a ask, but can you come to the United States and play a show?
We'd absolutely love to do that.
And we want to. My sister lives in Boston.
Okay.
So I've asked if she can. Well, I've floated the idea of it. She doesn't fucking know anyone, but still, like, I've floated the idea of her, seeing if she can help us out. And I've had a look. I know there's a couple of people in Clovis in California that want to see us. We're going to at some point. We're doing that. So we're touring the. I might as well just say we're touring the EU, a little short EU tour next year.
Okay.
So we're going to use that as a springboard to sort of explore whether we can do it like
Yeah.
all season or this will be like
the
the debut
financial
tour.
restrictions of it and stuff and logistics.
Yeah. It might,
Yeah.
to be honest, it might even be easier to do the US because Brexit's fucked us. So like, it's going to be very expensive to tour the EU. But like, yeah, so we're in the EU next year, just like Germany, Belgium, and France. So we're going to use that as a sort of little test to see how we do, and then we'll start looking at America.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Do what, even if it's just like 1 or 2 dates, it'll just be worth going.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
telling Chris before the interview here that we should go see them, and I said, "Go ahead and buy the plane tickets."
Hey, man,
This is the frustrating thing, isn't it? It's like
literally, if you want to come over, you can stay at my house by all means. That's absolutely fine by me.
I'm gonna take you up on that.
yeah.
Go for it.
when
Absolutely.
I
I'm
stop by.
I'm deadly serious.
Hey Ben, let me in. I'm
Yeah,
drunk
warn
as
me
shit. I
first.
need to come in.
Yeah, like, tell me first. before you
Oh,
come
okay.
in.
Oh, I thought I could just come.
I mean, you can. You can just,
Open the door. It's
it'll
cold
be
out
a-
here.
Yeah, I mean, you played Russian roulette with your bed situation there. though.
October 14th, Bank Top Tavern is where you're playing next, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah,
that's going to
right.
be after your single drops. So, that would be pretty cool.
That'd
Especially
be
with
really
people
fun.
knowing the new single.
Yeah, no, it'll be fun. Bangtop Tavern's a weird one as well because we're from Manchester, and Oldham is like the next satellite town next to it. But me and Don went to school in Oldham, and I did all of my underage drinking in Oldham Town Centre as well,
Yeah.
particularly at the Bangtop Tavern. And I've not been there since like 2010, and apparently it looks exactly the same as it used to look.
Oh, wow.
So I'm very much looking forward to that. There's a bit of
I love
backstory in
places
one,
that
so.
do that because when we were when I was in a band, like there was always like a certain spot that I loved, and
Yeah.
it was cool because they had oh, you weren't in the band at that time, but they had that's all they poured was whiskey, and on the videos, like the TVs on the screen, it was porn. So it was just like. It was always cool playing there. Like I felt like, yeah, I'm in a fucking rock band, and I felt like I made it. And then they closed down and we broke up.
If that's not a microcosm for all of our struggles, then I don't know what it is. Yeah, the Bangtop is not like that. The Bangtop is very much like it's a pub, but it's got a stage, and they put bands on.
Yeah.
And it kind of packed every single time. So it's like
It's become kind of like a premier venue in Oldham for bizarre reason. Like I
it's
remember
one of the only venues left in Oldham.
Yeah, I guess so. That's probably why.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun anyway. Yeah, that's the next one.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Do you guys have any liquor by you or anything?
I've got
I
cranberry
don't.
juice, which
I have
Cran-
a little fruit juice. next
That
to
works
me.
too. We're gonna do a shot with you guys. It doesn't matter if it's alcohol or
Oh, I
not.
forgot about the shot. You did say about the shot, and I
That's
forgot.
fine.
Sorry,
Don't
man.
worry about it. So I want to show you this. This is Jepson's Malort.
Ooh, nice.
okay.
This is a Chicago thing. Okay.
Love
So,
Yeah,
this is where we're from, Chicago, Illinois.
It's actually a Swedish recipe, but it's a wormwood liquor, and it was made here in Chicago.
And it's terrible.
very
It's
nice.
fucking
It's
god
absolutely
awful.
awful. Yeah, it's like the worst thing you'll ever drink in your life.
So I'm gonna make sure Matt gets more.
Absolutely.
And then we're gonna have a cheers together. This is what we do, with everyone.
Yeah,
Good
thank you.
interview.
I feel bad now, dude.
We're at the fake here with our fruit
Hey,
juices,
don't-
aren't we, to be honest.
Well, it's also late on a Sunday there, so we
Yeah,
get it.
I mean it's only 2:00 here and we're drinking, so it doesn't matter.
Enjoy.
All right. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers, dude.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
that is a spot.
My God,
That is
I was
terrible.
on the spot. Delightful.
Jesus.
Just to give you an idea, the Malort basically tastes like a rusty penny you found underneath the seat of like a 1998 like Honda Civic.
That
Yeah,
sounds,
it's fucking awful.
that sounds satisfying. That
But it's so
sounds
good at the same time.
yeah.
Now I do want to ask you guys a favor. Can you we usually do like a little introduction to our show. Can you record something for that so when we do play your show, we'll put this audio in there.
Yeah, of course.
So it basically you just got to say hello. We are the Battery Farm, and you are listening to the Chris Court Show, and this episode is brought to you by. If you can
Okay,
remember
yeah.
all that, hey, that's
Hello, we're the Battery Farm. This is brought to you. No, fucked it.
See?
Damn it. Hello, we're the Battery Farm. You listen to the Chris Court Show, and this is brought to you by Insert
There you go.
Brand.
That'd be perfect. Yep.
All right.
Yeah, no
So
problem.
here we'll record it. All right, go ahead.
Hello, we are the Battery Farm, and you're listening to the Chris Court Show, and this is brought to you by.
Bye.
Bye. Nice.
Ah.
Bye.
Enjoy our disgusting vulture accents. That's what we sound like whenever we say a vowel.
No, it's good. I can actually I can understand everything, so I'm good.
Could you understand the panhead sharps? When
He had a lot of trouble with the,
The panhead sharps, man. I love. Hey,
he kept looking at me every time they said something. I had to respond back to them.
I love those guys, man. They were an
Yeah.
awesome interview. I just was like,
Yeah, I fucking love them, but as the night wears on, it gets more and more difficult. Especially we've
Yeah.
a few times with them, and like, yeah, the later it gets.
yeah, but they're fucking awesome guys. They're good guys.
Yeah,
I
right.
love their music as well.
Yeah.
So it was a good time. So October 13th, you have House of Pain. B-side is going to be A Time of Peace, but this is going to be released on streaming platforms, correct? On all streaming platforms.
Yeah, so that's on all the streamers. Then the 20th of October is the physical stuff. So that'll be CD and a very limited 7-inch run. I think there's like 15 copies.
Okay.
All right.
Damn. Okay. And you said this is going to be on your website?
It'll be on the label's website.
On the label's website. Okay.
Yeah, the physical stuff will be on the label's website. So that's rarevitaminrecords.bandcamp.com.
Yeah, but all our socials will all link to that. So
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like you'll be able to get there anyway. So like, from our stuff. So yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, so we are like I said, we're gonna release this next Friday.
The 13th.
The 13th. Yeah, October 13th. Is it? Did you guys do that on purpose? October
You know
Friday
what,
the 13th.
someone brought this
No,
to my
I didn't
attention.
consider that.
Actually, like a little write up I read before brought it to my attention, and it's quite a Halloweeny, the whole thing. And
Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't intentional at all.
That
Like,
is literally the first I've thought of that. Can't
Yeah.
believe it. This is,
I
wow,
was
this is
just like, oh
amazing.
yeah,
Oh, yes.
That's
This is
fucking cool though.
absolute- Oh yeah.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
It was meant to
Like,
be.
It was meant to be. I'm well happy with that. Thank you for bringing that to my attention.
Hey, no problem. That's what I'm here for. But yeah, so we will release it on next Friday. You know, we'll tag you guys and, you know, let you know that it's coming out. I just got to edit. I'm not going to edit and really anything from the interview part. I'm just going to edit, you know, the intros and shit like that. We're going to talk about, you know, the interview for a little bit, and then, yeah,
Sweet.
we'll get it out to you guys.
Yeah,
All right,
well,
great. Thank you very much.
we'll showcase the song as well since it'll be out that day.
Yeah, we're going to play a House of Pain if you guys don't mind.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely
absolutely.
fine,
Yeah, by all means, go for it.
Yeah.
No, you can't. You can't.
Right.
Have it.
Go fuck
No.
yourself.
Yeah, fuck you. No. Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, of course, absolutely.
So one more question I did have, and this is completely unrelated to music or the band. What do you guys do? It might be stereotypical, but do you guys call cigarette fags?
No, cigs. What do you call them? Dom? You
Cigs.
smoke
We call them
Cigs.
smokes.
Cigs?
cigs. Yeah.
Okay.
I think calling cigs fags. I haven't said that since maybe 2004. Something
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
kind
Okay.
of, I always felt like that was like especially in England anyway, like a very like 1970s, 80s terminology.
Oh,
Sort of
okay.
stuff a bit like
It's but no, cigs.
cigs, yeah.
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 And you guys are from Manchester, right?
Yeah.
Manchester.
Yeah, that's right.
Bifters as well. That was an old one. Bifters.
Bifters. No one fucking says bifters.
A cheeky bifter.
Cheeky biff. Get out. You've never said that in your life, and neither have I.
I've
What?
heard people say it.
And birds?
Only-
Isn't birds like
Birds.
a like, you know, a girl or something?
Yeah, I think people do say that.
Yeah.
That's a bit laddie and a bit lame, cringy.
Yeah,
that,
that's
yeah.
like
Not for me.
Yeah.
That not for me.
I
Right,
only
well-
know the lame shit, I guess.
Yeah, lame little jock boys say that. So
Anything you guys anything any slangs that you guys
Do you,
hear that
angin.
American
angin. That means disgusting. Like it's fucking angin, that mate.
Okay.
Uh,
I'm gonna start saying
well,
that.
it's nice. It's a good one.
Any American slangs that you guys think that
Any American slangs? Well, our sisters started saying, "We've just had a baby," and my sister started saying "diaper." And fucking,
That's not slang though, is it?
No, it's not slang.
it's
but I'm
just a
like,
diaper.
she's getting
What-
the Americanism.
what the fuck else do you call it?
Nappy.
Nappy. It's a nappy.
It's a nappy. They call it
A
by
nappy?
accident. Yeah. They
Okay.
call it nappy. Yeah.
Oh
I
wow.
got a bin full of them right next to me. I know what they're called.
Yeah, no, I hear their
I'm
diapers.
trying to think of American slang. I can't really. What do you call cigs? Oh, you just said you call them
Yeah,
Smokes.
cigarettes, smokes.
Smokes.
smoke.
A lot of people used to
Uh,
call them squares.
Do you, how much string cheese do you eat?
Way too much.
There's your answer to that.
Is that string cheese out of the canister?
Yeah,
Where you
well,
spray
Oh,
it?
you mean the
I've
spray
never seen-
cheese? The spray
Spray
Oh,
cheese.
the
cheese.
spray
Okay,
cheese.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I just fucking put it upside down and shove all that shit in my mouth.
I've never seen a kind of that in real life.
Yeah. So before we go, anything else that you guys want to promote or talk about or say?
American
Oh,
slang.
there he is. He's back.
American slang.
Oh, America. Do you want to talk? We could talk more about that.
Thinking about this the entire time.
Yeah. My
Man,
sister
you-
says
You were Googling
Yeah.
different words, weren't you?
my sister no, I wasn't. I genuinely wasn't. No, no. My sister says bougie a lot. Which
Oh, bougie.
Bougie, yeah.
Yeah, that means like what does that mean? Like
Well, I
fancy,
guess
rich?
like translation would be posh.
That's like swanky, yeah. Like,
Like posh or swanky, yeah.
yeah, that's bougie. That, and I had to Google that when she first said it.
Yeah, no, I don't ever say that, but yeah, a lot of people say like,
And she said once, "I'm beat," as in I'm tired.
yeah.
Everyone
I
knows
was a
that
bit
one.
baffled by
Though.
that.
Damn, I would have
Nah.
never thought that. Like I
Nah,
I just
I'm beat is a very common term out here, yeah.
you always say it because
Yeah.
you're always
I'm
tired.
always tired. I'll just sleep. It's because I'm eating those cans of cheese.
Yeah, that's all. You need some. You get that vitamin B12 down you. That's your trouble. That's your trouble. You need to start eating more red meat exclusively.
Yeah, you do.
I eat a lot of red meat.
Oh, well, there you go.
I buy a cow usually every year.
Yeah, you do. You can eat this meat, maybe it'll help you.
Nope.
All right.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, guys, but yes, so Battery Farm from Manchester. Man, go check their single out, House of Pain. It comes out today. I know it's not today, but you know what I mean. And go check it out. It's on all streaming platforms. And you guys already talked about the song, Time of Peace. Will Time of Peace be out the same time?
Yeah, it all comes out with it. So the two songs drop at the same time. We've got a video coming out for House of Pain as well that we've made with Trust a Fox Photography, who we've worked with loads in the past and who is brilliant if you check out some of his work. Yeah, that's it really. The single's out 13th. The physical stuff's out on the 20th. We're on socials. All our socials are at the Battery Farm. If you want to have a look at that, our Bandcamp is. Sorry, I'm going off piece there.
Oh, you're good.
Our Bandcamp is thebatteryfarm.bandcamp.com, but the single will be available on rarevitaminrecords.bandcamp.com.
Okay.
So yeah,
there you go. And you guys heard it first here. And so when you guys do come out with the album, I let's have another interview and then we could talk about it more. I love to keep in contact with the interviews that we do have just to see where they're going and see what's happening with it. So definitely we need to have another interview.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This has been loads of fun. Yeah, thank you for having us.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for coming on, guys, and talking to us. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
God. No, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
All right. Cheers, mate.
All the best.
See you later. See you later, bro.
See ya.
Take care, guys.
Shut up, bro. See you later. See you later. Bye-bye.
Yeah.